Well, this may come as a surprise. I mean, I just found out just a few minutes ago. What's going on? Oh, man. I'm going to give everybody a crash course here. Mark Zuckerberg is deleting Facebook, so I'm told. No, this isn't a conspiracy. This is not even a theory. This is a probable fact. I'm not even sure if it's true. It could be a April Fool's joke video, for all I know. And it's not even April Fool's. It's not even April. Before I get into any more of it, I'm going to show you guys what's going on. It's ridiculous. Pretty much ridiculous.
Hey everyone, Zuck here with a huge announcement. So, after much consideration, I've decided that I, the Zuckman himself, will be deleting Facebook. Okay, don't freak out. Let me explain. I want you all to know that I've heard your criticisms and your concerns about Facebook. And recently, I've had to take a really hard look at Facebook's impact on the world, and some of what I found has me concerned too. I created Facebook to connect and bring people together. But now, 14 years later, studies have shown that spending too much time on Facebook can leave people feeling isolated and alone. And there's probably a lot of you out there that are on FB way too much. And we've compiled data to suggest that what people choose to share on Facebook doesn't always exactly line up to reality. How do we know that, you ask? Oh, we know. We know. Oh. Just kidding, you guys. Kind of. Oh yeah, then there's also fake news, governments and organizations trying to use Facebook to undermine democracy, and user data privacy breaches. Yeah, I'm concerned about that stuff too. So, I guess the big question is Facebook still good for the world? Well, just imagine a world without Facebook. A world not illuminated by the artificial glow of an LED screen, but warmed by the life-giving radiance of our sun. If there was no Facebook, we'd stop seeking validation by portraying a fantasy life online. We wouldn't worry as much about our privacy being compromised. Maybe then we would feel less vulnerable and more secure. You know, Facebook was meant to bring us together, but do we really even need it? I've always said that Facebook should be a source for positive change in the world. If that's not true anymore, then I guess it's up to me to do something about it. And that's why I have to delete Facebook, like everyone's Facebook. That's right, I'm shutting Facebook down for good. You're free, everyone. You're welcome. Suck out.
I mean, I'll leave a link in the video below, but could you imagine? Alright, listen to me for a sec. Okay. He's going about this all wrong. Yes, it's his property. He can do whatever he wants with it still. It's not that it is an issue. It's... I don't know if I can even say this. Social media. Okay? Yeah, people are being disconnected because there's like a ton of people who are family members out of the country, out of a state, out of a town even, reaching far, far away. Yes, you have bad influence on false media and false advertisements and stuff, but to be expected. I mean, MySpace had this issue, and yes, MySpace also had a privacy issue as well. I know. How do I know this? a couple of friends of mine and myself found out that you could take anybody's profile, right? Take a code behind the IP, or not the IP, the ID, and switch it with yours. And then whoever's profile was set to private was unlocked. That could be used for profiles. That could be used for, what was it called? Photo albums, videos, blogs. It wouldn't make a difference. Okay, look. Mark created Facebook. We all know this. But he created it with great purpose, right? It's to help people interact with other people. Yeah? That's how everybody was getting along. Without Facebook, there's pretty much no social media left. MySpace pretty much self-destructed as soon as Facebook came into being after all these years. Everybody looked at Facebook and be like, I'm not even sure if I want to download that. But now it's like, it's a browser. Wow. Okay, let me point out a few key things here. Number one, he bought out Oculus so that games on Facebook would be more virtual and stuff. 2, he bought out Skype so that people can FaceTime each other. Okay? If he deleted Facebook, where do you think all of those projects went? Or are going to go? Not went, sorry. Didn't mean that. But where do you think all of those projects are going to go? I mean, you pretty much see people grow up on Facebook. Because I've been on MySpace since 2006, maybe 2000. Well, I wasn't on it in 2005 because I didn't even have a computer back then. But probably in 2006 to 2007. And 2000 and I believe it was 12, I signed up for Facebook for the very first time. Because I was following a social media, or a YouTuber rather. I was following a YouTuber to keep in touch with all of his video and updates and stuff. It got to a point where Facebook became one of those bigger products on the web. It was free to use, it was easy to use, and everybody was able to get along. Except for the robot part. Everybody created profiles upon profiles, robots inside of them that just type away and be like, I saw you in the comment, I just wanted to say hi. I said, yep, I know a robot when I see one. And when you point that out, they won't even respond to it. I'm not a robot, I'll even call it a click. But yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter if you delete Facebook or not. That is your, business. But think about this one. No matter what you do with Facebook, people are going to be so attached to Instagram, YouTube, anything that has anything to do with friends lists and chat boxes, pretty much calls. We're just going to keep on doing that instead. So there's no unplugging, none whatsoever. But privacy is an issue, and I'm pretty sure that you can solve that issue with the right people in your team. I mean, heck, I solved the world's biggest problems in my head, but yet I felt like nobody would listen to me because hardly anybody watches my videos anymore since 2014? 15? I can't remember. But you understand where I'm coming from. You have to understand where I'm coming from. To understand the abuse that Facebook has been getting over the past 3 years, 2 years, because of this privacy issue business, understand this. Facebook isn't the base of the issue. The people are the base of the issue. The way we solve this issue, excuse me, is to target who is the source of the problem, isolate that problem, and ban that problem by IP. Yes, by IP. And by all means, shall they never create that account again. And there should be a way that Mark Zuckerberg could have access to technology, you know, for facial recognition, fingerprints, anything of the sort, just to keep them from being, or giving them access of Facebook. Anyone any access to that matter. I mean, you could pretty much have like a facial recognition thing through a camera, just like the one I'm using right now. A facial recognition thing that detects the animation of the face, sees the face for what it is, and gives that access completely, with no trouble, just by using the face. However, there is a smart technology that actually prevents anybody from holding a picture up, pretending you're like that face or whatever, and being like, you know, I'm going to hack somebody's profile. Maybe I should hold up a mask just to get some access. No, because there's a smart advancements made in this century that can prevent something like that. And if you're smart enough to use it, you'd be able to have access to pretty much anything in your life. Your bank accounts, your Facebook, your social media, all over. It's pretty much how I, thought this through. And it's kind of a problem to where nobody else in the scientific area thought of any of this. And yet, I seem to be the only one, with a few other people, mind you, that can come up with these things, but yet nobody would listen to us. No one would actually sponsor us enough to actually go to the Patreons or to Reddit and figure all of this out. No. There's particular people who get benefited from ideas such as, oh, how about an easygoing wallet that protects people from getting their cards scanned? Things like that. And ideas are very, very hard to come by. I understand that. They're hard to come by. But that's why you need fresher minds. Unlike mine, mine's pretty much broken for some spaces. As you can already tell. I'm pretty much a nut job. Off camera. But yeah, it's become a problem at a point to where it's like you need access to a few other things. Like you need a gadget for thumbprints or an iris scan or heck, even facial recognition or whatnot, just to be sure enough that you have access to your own property. And once all of these activities online catch up to one thing to use, or for everyone to use actually, and just use that without getting hacked or whatnot, it'll become pretty much hack proof. Pretty much. No one will be bothered by any cyberpunk bully, whatever you want to call it. It's technically out there to where it's like, you gotta log in by password. Okay, fine. We'll just, figure out your password. It's not that hard. And if you have a 4-digit, PIN number, it's not that hard to figure out either. Okay, so how about every company in the world uses one piece of technology. Just one piece. Just to sort everything out. That one piece of technology could be an advancement to change the world permanently. Now, before we get any further than this, Facebook would have to stay until December 3rd because the union was planning on a live stream for the public to see, due to the fact that they were wanting to talk about the climate change thing. And if that gets overbooked, they'll have to move to YouTube and whatnot. But still, I think that would be a problem. Google hasn't figured it out. Google's smart enough to figure it out, but, you know, everybody's so worried about it won't catching on. It won't catch up. That's what I meant to say. You know, every time I start saying something straight out of the gate, I gotta correct myself. That's how I know my mind is broken. But you understand, this is not scripted, of course. I don't have a piece of paper in front of me telling me what to say or what to do and what not. I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop right there. But anyway, I'm gonna go back on the topic, and the topic is how to deal with your situation. If you had a room of people from banks, social media, everyone in that room would have to agree on that one thing, that one advancement that'll change people's lives forever. And it would have to be mass produced because it has to be a piece of technology that will engage with PCs and heck, even your phone. Oh, speaking of phone, I gotta put mine on charge. Where is my phone? Probably downstairs somewhere. I don't have it. Yeah, it's probably downstairs. But anyway, so yeah, I brought this up because it was brought up to me, and I thought, yeah, it's probably downstairs. It was brought up to me because people are concerned about it, and they have every right to be concerned because everybody's privacy is being invaded ever since that law came to pass. I'm not even sure if that bill is passed or not, to be honest with you. In fact, I plead the fifth. No, I'm kidding. Um, Technically, the world has to think technologically, and if technologically means, you know, you have to think of ways to, you know, keep everyone safe, keep everyone in your business from ever being hacked or having anything stolen or anything like that. It comes down to one thing, even two things, really, because you need a backup at some point in time. Yeah. So think about that before taking any drastic measures. And Mark, I'm leaving this to you, man. You got to think about it first. Make an updated video so you might think about it. Because there are some brains out there willing to think about advancements to further along your project. Who knows? Might save your life. I mean, people will need social media anyway. They need to keep in contact with their family members. And if Facebook disappears, what's going to happen then? Your Oculus project, your Skype project, come on, man. Do you really want that? Well, without anybody having to waste money, I'm King Willix, if you're watching this on YouTube. And I'm still going by that name. I'm sorry. I have to. I'll talk to you guys later. Till then, peace out. Remember, Mark, think about it.